Hi guys. Hopefully everyone is doing well and probably super excited for spring break. I know that I sure am. I wanted to take a couple minutes before break and talk to you guys about your signature assignment that you have this semester. Now, no one worry or freak out. This isn't due until the end of April, but some of you guys probably want to work on it over break, so I wanted you to have the information about it in case you did. So I've just opened up a folder called Mythbusters assignment in Blackboard. And we talked a little bit about this assignment earlier in the semester when you were doing some research in the library, and I was asking you to think about a myth and then start to research that. So for this assignment, you, again, are going to pick any myth in criminal justice, research it, and put together a PowerPoint presentation that you're going to share with the class. Now, remember, a myth is a commonly held belief that is not true. And probably the easiest way actually to start your research is not necessarily to start thinking about a myth, but think of a topic that you are interested in criminal justice. And then we can turn that into a myth. So, for example, we've already explored two different myths in criminal justice so far this semester. The first is how crime is on the rise. The second was regarding the Miranda warnings and when officers needed to give those. And then after break, our third myth, we'll talk about the death penalty and whether or not it's a deterrent to crime. So we'll use that one for an example. So if I was interested in doing research on the death penalty, I might not try to start out by thinking about a myth, but simply thinking of the death penalty and some questions that I had about it. So if I wanted to find out whether or not the death penalty is a deterrent to crime or murder, I might start researching that, and then I'm going to find out, wow, actually it's not. The death penalty isn't a deterrent. So I can then turn that around and phrase it like a myth, as the death penalty is the death penalty is a deterrent to crime. So that just gives you maybe a different way to approach this as you're starting to think about topics. So for this, you're going to put together a presentation. So that can be a PowerPoint presentation or a Prezi. It needs to be at least 10 different slides, and in Blackboard, it's going to show you the breakdown of what each slide should contain. So I'm just looking over here right now so I can read this to you. So in slide 1, it should be your title slide. It should state what your myth is and state your name. Slide 2 should have a discussion of what the myth is and why people believe it. Slides 3 through 8 should be a summary of your research. You definitely can use more slides if you need to, but you want to be thorough. You want to talk about what it is you researched. Slide 9 is going to be how you busted the myth, and then slide 10 is going to be your works cited slide, which should be in APA format. So your presentation needs to have at least 4 sources. 2 of those need to be academic journals. And for those of you who don't remember what that is, you might want to go back and review some information in the library section. You can access the academic journals from the library website, so all of your research can be done through the CWI library. So of the 4, at least 2 need to be academic journals. Remember, Wikipedia is not ever an okay resource to use for a college assignment. Your presentation also needs to have at least 3 graphics, so that can be clip art, a picture, a chart, a graph, just something to add some pizzazz to your assignment. For those of you guys who have done PowerPoints before, at the bottom, you know how it has a section that says notes. You'll be typing information in there as if you were standing up giving the presentation in front of the class. So when I open your presentation or one of your classmates do, we can read what you wrote about it, and it'll be just like you're there with us. Okay, so this is due on Monday, April 30th at noon. So definitely you have a little bit of time, but think about starting this, or at least narrowing down what you want your topic to be. This part of the assignment is worth 65 points. There will also be points that come from commenting on your classmates' presentations and then responding to feedback on your presentation, and that won't happen obviously until after you've submitted that. So the folder is open. I'm also going to make a discussion board forum that says like signature assignment questions. If you have a question, your classmate may have a similar question as well, so this way we have those all centralized, and I'll make sure and respond quickly to those. I think that's all I have. If you guys have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I hope everyone has a wonderful spring break, and I hope the weather cooperates so it actually feels like spring. Thanks, guys, and I'll talk to you soon.